Hello guys, did you miss me a lot?
Oh shit, here we go again.
I know you did not because we had a terrific race going on in Formula 1 and that was even better than what we had today.
Are you sure about that?
We are going to have today for the race. But please guys, like, subscribe, share to my channel. I am begging for more views and more subscribers now onwards. Just for the sake of it. Anyways, we are going into our Silverstone tough battle, which is written over there. I don't know why I need to repeat it. It's silly things that I'm trying to do over here. Anyways, it is Silverstone that we need to fight. It's not our home race because Suzuka should be our home race since our power component is given by Mr. Honda. Anyways, we have some few components which are very worn out. Need to change that up. Done that. Now let's go through if we have some activities to be done. But during this race, I wanted to ask you, how did you feel about the final race of the Formula 1 2021 season? It was chaotic, right? It was dead chaotic, and I was like, wow, this can happen. God is still here, man. No, because sorry to say, whoever is standing up, I am not a big fan of Lewis.
Bye bye, Tata, goodbye, gaya.
I wanted somebody else to win. Max could have won it earlier because of few unlucky factors like Hungary. Then you had Silverstone itself, this race itself, where Lewis was like, move out. That is one thing. Another one was Baku, where he was comfortably destroying other team.
I hate all these damn rich people.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
¿Qué pasa, tío? Está muy mal. Why? Did he say that we lost or did he not lost some components? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, we have some bit of... Oh, okay, actually. Oh, sorry. Those are all done. So, thank you. We have some few upgrades that we can do. Do we have enough amount? I don't think so. So let's wait for the end of the race so that we can complete that also. But this looks so much not good. Anyways, this race, it's hard to think what is going to happen in this race for you guys because I have already driven it. Quite long days ago because due to my personal reasons and due to the Formula 1, if you have gone through my channel, do we have track implementation? No. Get the hell out. Thank you. So during this thing, what you can say, the track acclimatization, during this break I was having fun. Yeah, I did miss you guys, which you guys clearly don't miss me because I am not yet a big dude. So let's see, these are the few things, not things, it's the boost that we get, and it's pretty evenly stretched out. Though they are not putting much pressure into what you can say the aerodynamicity, but we do what we given. What did I even say? We are doing what we have been given to. So that's what is going to happen. The qualifying, you will see soon that We did quite a good qualifying. For the past few races, since it is not a street race, I have been doing much better in my driving. I am more confident in dive bombing people and destroying my own car if it goes out of lanes. But I am in constant fear when I am driving in street circuits, something like, except for I would say Dutch Grand Prix, all the it's not a street circuit. I would say Singapore is a street circuit. Tati, I'm not a big fan of that U-turn before. It's most of the time horrendous. Especially under raining conditions. Oh my god, it's totally horrendous. But these things was absolutely great. How did we go for the qualifying? Well, we just left off from the garage itself. We were like, nope, not in the mood to do anything else. Had a great exit out of that corner. So it was going pretty well. The first lap was interesting. We were having a good 28 for the first sector, and in the second sector, this S section, after the X section, it was 1-6, and by the final end corner, we were 130ish, which was 2 seconds behind Max Verstappen. So we had to go for another lap where we improved quite nicely, and I was getting pace all over except for that corner because I lost pace in that. But that was the last thing. My teammate Jehan could not do much, and I think he was tata bye bye in the first qualifying itself. Need to get that guy to score constantly points. And Jehan is going to drive for Prema. So, well in Jehan, you have gone back to Prema, right? You went from Prema to Carlin, then now you are back in Prema. I like that. Interesting. But Jan had an interesting race today, but I would say that race was much less eventful as compared to maybe not even Hungary of this season. This season, the first few races were very dull. Then onwards, it became like a roller coaster rides. Hungary, where Mr. Fernando was showing up absolutely beautiful drives. I don't know what happened, but this race I was looking tough. It was looking tough for me because even when I qualified for this lap, and I just wanted to do better than the last lap. That was all my mind going about. So this is my best lap, it seems, I guess. Yeah, the first lap was 129.6, and I know that Max Verstappen for the first Q1 went for 28. So at least if we don't go into early 28s, we won't be going inside the Q3, brothers. So I lost some time over here. It was a silly mistake from my side. A mistake that should not be done by a constant driver. No, I'm not a constant driver. I drive for fun. Yeah, I went really wide in that. And this one, we were doing much more horrendously, but still gained a bit amount of time, and that gave us 3/4 of a second. No, we were a quarter of a second or so more than them, but as you can see, we had to hit that sweet 128 early 128 to get into that top. So yeah, if we would have gone into 128, we would have been defeating Fernando Alonso, that S section, that maggots and Beckets. Won't give you my thoughts. What do you expect? Do you expect? Yeah, it's a good place to be there. Want to be higher?
No.
Don't know. Don't need to also.
I think it's great how much your team has been focused on developing your car.
No comments.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Nice cheery, I was going to say, smile. Curry, mama. muy mal, मेरा दिमाग भी खराब हो रहा है. ऐसा ही चलता रहा तो मेरा दिमाग तो खा जाएगा. कौन खा जाएगा? मेरा दिमाग. अबे कुछ I don't know. Anyways, Darubla was looking really good. Mr. Darubla has given us an opportunity to be sucker punched. Yeah, I'm gonna beep it. Not really. Anyway, this circuit gives me memories of that horrendous crash that Max Verstappen had during this season. It was. I was glad to see him walk out of that. I was watching Ayrton Senna's documentary now, so it's great to see people walk out of that kind of crashes. Off to the people in the F1 for you to hear what they want to tell about the.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, the surface looks clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there, which could give some teams difficulties when it comes to keeping their tyres in the right operating window. The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo and Perez, Leclerc, Gasly, Sainz and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Depala, Esteban Ocon and Stroll, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Daruvala, Mazepin and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
We have this default strategy where we are going from the softs to medium, so I changed it up to mediums to softs, but did not find much space in that, so I was like, might as well go into the given strategy. And we had a very okay start, but wow, the team that I said were horrendous has just, not horrendous that I won't care about, has just given us a good piece of water. 3 wide. Oh my god. That is too. Oh, again. You are pushing too much. You are pushing your luck too much. Ocon in the inside trying to get that. I had to bail out of that. I was not confident in the car. First of all, I want to say I was not confident. I was not getting the rhythm in the first lap. So I lost one position to Ocon. This section, that is one of the horrendous section that I can ever think of. Now maggots and packets, where we lost a bit more time when we went a bit inside over there. Anyways, the complete first lap was looking not ideal for us, though by the end of the race we will be having a sweet revenge. You will be seeing it. That sweet revenge is so good when I think about it. But over here, this corner, I gain a lot of time. I underbrake so well into that corner. So it's an even field, I would say. Shouldn't have left off the throttle over there, but now we will see from in the front what happened with. Oh wow, Valtteri Bottas had a huge start, stellar start to move into P1 from Norris's position. Oh, Norris is third. Wow, Lewis, what happened? I think his tires were cold, so he did not get that start that he required, and I think Valtteri heated up his tires well during the formation lap. Absolutely gem, getting that top position. Now let's see from Valtteri's perspective. Yeah, he just gained a beautiful start out of that. Now back to our POV. We are closing in hugely with Ocon. Now I am more in my rhythm, because as you are about to see how we are going to overtake Mr. Ocon. Overspeed, outside line where he actually overtook us, but I was more daring than the first lap where I thought my pace was not there. So we were more daring, and now to catch Mr. Tsunoda. But during this time, in the fifth lap, Mr. Lewis came into the pits. Now what we see in front of us is a fight between Alpine and AlphaTauri, and it is between Yuki Tsunoda versus Fernando Alonso, the two-time world champion. Went in too deep, but did get, I don't know how. That was a great throw into that goal. So do we come in this lap? Not really. So the first person who came in really early was Lewis Hamilton. Why? Because though he was in mediums, right? I don't know. Anyways, now Mr. Lando Norris has taken the lead from Valtteri Bottas, because Valtteri was back inside this thing, pits. Now can we do a dive? Oh wow, that was a huge dive from us. Could have gone directly into the back of that.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in lap.
No, I'm not gonna. Do you have any problems? Anyways, yeah, I was not at all going good because we are going red. Let's see, too much inside. Yeah, lost some time. Ah, God. Again, what? Lando Norris went big overcut. One more lap he went. Interesting. That's not what I thought he would do. Anyways, we are going into the pits for our one and only pit stop, where We are coming. Our front two tires are really hit the nerves. They were really worn out. But I thought the back would be. But yeah, too much exit. Why? Why too much exit?
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Yeah, I understand. But I cut that line. Don't I get penalty for that if I do that? Nothing yet from the FIA. Yep, nothing else. So now we are trying to catch Alonso. Don't we get DRS? I am speechless. Why am we getting a DRS? Anyways, finally I think Andres is coming in the 9th lap into the pits, and a whole lot of people are coming in. Sainz, then we have, I guess, the Pierre Gasly, Alonso, all these people, even Vettel coming in, and another person. And it's interesting. Lewis Hamilton has currently got the first place and got an undercut on Valtteri Bottas, and Norris has also got an overcut on Valtteri Bottas. The horrendous thing that can happen to Bottas, this is not what he was expecting. Boof! Nice. Very good battle going in front, where it is Norris versus Bottas. And Norris currently has the front, but the next section is the great DRS. So he comes in and there he goes off. Not an ideal one for Norris, but let's see. Now we are back in behind Tsunoda. Can we get in front? Push forward? Yes. Great to see that. We have overtaken Tsunoda. Now we need to get the beast under control and get back into the winning ways. At least to P10. We need at least P10. Probably we are going to get it, but I don't know whether we are going to get it or not. So out of that corner, previously, Fernando, you did not give me place. Even worse, I couldn't stick that move with Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso is a great defensive player because he showed that in Hungary, where he just ripped Lewis from that win and gave it to Ocon. Absolutely a gem of a person. But again, we are losing it in maggots and buckets. Why? I don't know. Why? ¿Por qué? Lo siento. Now, but we are more for nearer to Alonso. We know that outside he does not allow much. So let's go for the inside line. Getting it a bit under braking. Get it done. Smooth as it is. That was pretty slow corner. Could have been a bit more faster if we would have taken a bit more wider line. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we are in the top 10. कौन से दिशा से आ रहे हो आप? Anyways, so we have the next section where it's raining? You got to be kidding me. But in between, Max Verstappen is actually trying to overtake Norris for that final podium position. Norris, who was second, lost his second to Valtteri, now may even lose it to Mr. Max Verstappen. Yeah, He forced him wide. Absolute Max Verstappen way of destroying. Anyways, over here you're going to see that two people with their
Why is this happening to me?
trying to destroy us. We slow down a bit, try to cut back in, but thought of differently, came forward, but oh wow, wow, that is something of a move from us. Let's see from the Alpine's perspective, Ocon's perspective, how we are going in. 3 wide, gave it a little slower position, so we can go. And Alonso thought he might cut the corner. That made him and Yuki slow, and we just took the pieces of the bone. Now Ocon is trying to overtake them. Now Alonso, what happened in that chicane? Yeah, he might be cut. Yeah, that's something that could happen. Whoa, in front of Yuki, that was a bit dangerous. Anyways, Lewis wins the race. Valtteri in the second position, Max in third, Lando, Perez, and then we have who? Danny. So by the end of the race, we are top 10, brothers. That is what we would love to say.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Plenty of action here at Silverstone. It was a memorable race, and what an impressive victory. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
This looks agonizingly great. With Lewis coming in a bit earlier than I expected, but absolutely good to complete. Yeah, that first incident is what we transpired it to be. God damn it, God. With Yuki Tsunoda, we were like pushing him too much. The 3 wide section in the first lap. Ah, that is gorgeous from us. Anyways, is it fastest for us? Absolutely. Jehan are getting the fastest. Half a second faster than us. Am I the owner driver or is he the owner driver? Tartiness.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
No,
How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today?
not much. It was nothing big of a deal. Go on.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
Maybe because we are able to put up some show and give us some points.
You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip or did you just misjudge some corners?
Which wall are we talking about?
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
Yeah, rookie mistake.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, nice. We have one more race remaining. Interesting. So that means that in the next one we will be able to finish it off with Nikita Mazepin. And I see that we have reached acclaim level 10. So don't we get a new sponsor? I hope so. I do really hope so. Okay, we have seen enough. That 1.6 mil. Something I cannot fathom in my current scenario in my life. Anyways. Headquarters.
The team's income is looking very robust right now. It's time for you to have a think about our profit margin and what areas of the operation might benefit from that money.
Interesting.
Unfortunately,
What is the
we need you
event?
to step in and make an executive decision here.
Let's invest because we need much more investment. Currently workload cannot be reduced. That's what my
You
thinking
handled that
is.
well. Thank you.
Really? That's it? Just that it? क्या बोल रहा है? Yeah, get it back. We have such a long goods. But guys, how was the race? Let me know in the comments whether you need something more of an excitement. I know I am horrendous to give excitement. Oh yes, the sponsors are ready to be fathomed. But yeah guys, the race is pretty much okayish, so did not have much to say about it. But I would say that I would love to hear your comments and your thoughts on my editing or my thoughts on the race or the commentary that we have. So please give me what you can say, your valuable comments to understand and work accordingly. But over here, do we see a good guy? No, man. Pient, Salve. I think Salve is the better one because you just need to defeat your rival. Currently pretty easy. For the next race, that will be easy, but I don't think for the race onwards, I don't know. Because Nikita Mazepin will be changed and we will be given a new competitor. Nice. And do we have anything else to be looked into, or we are just roaming around in the Everglades lakes? What? No. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm being freakish because I'm coming after a long time. Missed you guys. Forgotten that I can do commentary now. Man, that is one hell of a thing, and we are still in the bottoms. We need to get back on track. The next race is Hungary. We are hungry for Hungary. So guys, that's my logo. See it. My name is Dragneel, coming from Amstermadathil. Like, subscribe, share to my channel. Share it guys, or like it. At least give me some more support. Join the Madathil family, and these are the 2 videos that you could watch and have fun with. So Jai Shree Ram. Vande Mataram and Har Har Mahadev.